Alright guys, so here is another fanfiction update, whoever, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, so as always, I love doing these videos talking about fanfictions that I collaborate on with a couple friends of mine. And as you guys know, I love supporting these guys. Actually, I'm going to have two fanfictions for you guys to check out. The first being from The Bane of Humanity, aka Jason Voorhees 2011. This is our third collaboration. Yeah, our third. And we haven't finished the first two. I know, I'm well aware. We're both Jason and I are well aware. We're working on it, but we're very busy people. You know, we don't get paid for this. So, yeah. But the idea is just keep coming. And this is another adaptation of a comic story. And one that kind of changed the DC universe. That being Flashpoint. But this story is called Star versus the Flashpoint Paradox. Now, this story is of course obviously a adaptation of Flashpoint, and I thought of it one night and I was just like, well, actually the idea was kind of fed to me by by another person here on YouTube, Joel Davis. We were talking one night and we were just like talking about ideas, and he said, what about a story about Flashpoint? And I was like, okay, but what character? And I thought about it, I was like, how about Star? Yeah. So, if you know Flashpoint, then you might know this story, but of course, with these adaptations, there are characters from other animated series in here. Now, the story in this version of in Star versus the Flashpoint Paradox, this story revolves around Star, who is part of a team called the Infinity League. The Infinity League is made up of characters like Danny Phantom, Ninja Turtles, the Gargoyles, a lot of characters, and they're very much like this unified Justice League-like team. And Star goes home one night, and she's thinking about Marco. It's kind of set in its own universe, where it's set after Bon Bon, the birthday clown, the winter finale for Star vs. the Forces of Evil. And in here, Star's feeling a little dejected, and yeah, the next day she wakes up in literally a whole new universe that only she can remember the previous timeline, and currently, like Flashpoint, everything has been transformed. I had a lot of ideas for it, and Jason had a lot of ideas for it. We've been collabing on it. I wrote the prequel. I wrote the prologue. The prologue for the story, which is up. It is now up. I wrote the prologue, and I wrote, as of this recording, it hasn't been posted yet, but the opening for the first official chapter that really gets into the story of this new universe. Like in Flashpoint, you're going to see heroes that have either been wiped from existence, either they're dead, or they're villains, or they're not even part of history. There's a lot of shit going in this universe that is going to be awesome. I'm very excited to continue on with this, and of course, like I said, guys, we've been working on together the adaptations of Forever Evil and Acts of Vengeance, which is adaptations of Marvel and DC events, respectively, which are cartoon adaptations of those stories. But yeah, I thought that, we're now doing Flashpoint, and we're probably not going to do any more collaborations until those three are done. Like, we're going to do those three and then probably move on. That's probably the more logical option. That's the most logical option. But like I said, we don't get paid for this, but we keep having ideas for different stories, and Jason and I do have different ideas for other stories outside. Like I talked about almost a week ago, about Jason's story about a cartoon adaptation of the DC storyline Invasion, which is also out, And go subscribe to Jason. A lot of fun on his channel. And go check out his fanfiction page, which I will leave a link in the description below, so you guys can check out Star vs. the Flashpoint Paradox, and have a lot of fun with it. Now moving on to the other story, which is The Warriors. The Warriors is another adaptation, but unlike a comic book story, this is an adaptation of a 1970s film of the same name, which is written by, not Jason, but it's written by another fanfiction collaborator I work with called Max Gentleman. Although this is more his idea than my idea. This is more his idea. He's done 96% of the work. I've just kind of helped out with little details, so it's not so much a collaboration, more like I've just been giving out a few minor ideas here and there. This has been all his work. This one is also a work in progress, but it's been out for a while, so there's about, I'd say about 7 or 8 chapters to that. This story revolves around, much like if you've seen The Warriors, it's an alternate universe take where the characters in this universe, the Warriors are made up of characters from Disney XD, like Randy Cunningham, who is the leader. You have Marco from Star vs. the Force of Evil. You got Dipper and Wendy. You've got so many other characters in here. And if you know the story, this gang boss who gets killed, and the Warriors are blamed for it. Now they got to fight their way back to Coney Island while dodging all these other gangs. There are other characters in there too. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. Like I said, I didn't have a big collaboration with this. I just kind of gave out a few minor ideas for that one, so you guys can check it out for yourselves. Again, I will leave a link in the description below for that one as well, so you can check that one out as well. I repeated myself. I'm sorry. Yeah, I just repeated myself. My bad. Anyway, so hope you all enjoy those stories. And yeah, like I said, you know, we're only, you know, Jason and I are only human, and so is Max, so don't expect a lot of, you know, when we update, we update. And yeah, these, you know, we're not getting paid for these fan fictions, so yeah, that's kind of the catch-22 is that, yeah, these are really cool ideas and we love writing them, it's just that, you know, we have our own lives to deal with, you know, so that's kind of the thing. Anyway. So once again, like I said, just check out the links below, and you guys can read on fanfiction.net those stories as well as the other stuff. Bane of Humanity and Max Gentleman 1 have done respectively, as well as the few other collaborations I did with Jason. Anyway, once again, hope you all enjoyed this, and I will see you guys later.